Imagine reaching for your phone and finding your hand the size of a grape. Your bedroom carpet is no longer a soft surface. It is a vast landscape of twisted, canyon-like fibers. The ceiling sits 3,000 feet above your head. Your doorknob is a massive metal orb at the height of a 10-story building, and a standard staircase step is a sheer vertical wall. You are likely buried under your own clothing. At 1 inch tall, the fabric of a simple cotton t-shirt collapses like a heavy, suffocating tent, trapping you under its weight. This diagram shows how your physical properties shift. As you shrink, your mass drops much faster than your surface area. Because you have so much exposed surface relative to your tiny volume, you are now governed by the physics of the small. Navigating the room is only the first challenge. The real struggle is surviving new biological and physical rules that dictate every breath and movement. You could fall from the top of your bed and walk away unharmed. At your current size, the air provides so much resistance that your maximum falling speed is incredibly low. This is the square-cube law. Because your surface area is large compared to your weight, air drag becomes a dominant force. Water is a different problem. For a 1-inch human, molecular bonds on a droplet surface form a rigid barrier. Step into a puddle, and surface tension acts like a trap. Without mass to break the film, you're pinned by a force like liquid cement. Then there's air. Your lung capacity is now microscopic. At 1 inch tall, the energy cost of moving even a few feet would be enormous. You need more energy per body weight while having access to far less food. Breathing would be faster, forcing your heart to beat many more times per minute. Survival is now a constant race to find energy, and the thick, viscous resistance of an environment where air and water act like physical obstacles. Modern infrastructure relies on human-scale hands to operate. Power grids and water treatment plants go dark within hours because no one is left to reach the controls. While human civilization halts, the natural world continues. Forests and oceans thrive in the absence of large human activity. House cats are now 12 times your height. They retain the instincts of an apex predator, with retractable blades and high-speed reflexes that make them impossible to outrun. Ordinary insects become deadly. This mosquito head shows the feeding tube and sensory organs of a creature now roughly your size, specialized for hunting. Humanity is instantly cut off from its technology, forced to rely on prehistoric survival tactics in a world that has grown suddenly vast and hostile. Humans have historically survived through collective intelligence and cooperation. Without physical armor or claws, these social bonds become our primary defense. Survivors would repurpose the waste of the old world. A matchstick becomes a load-bearing beam, and layered dead leaves provide the structural foundation for waterproof shelters. People would abandon the ruins of dark cities to build micro-communities in defensible natural spaces, like the sprawling root systems of large trees. Hunting requires extreme coordination. A single spider is an apex predator that must be tracked and taken down by a unified group, using the tactics of ancient hunting parties. Within a single generation, this scale would be the only reality humanity knows. A towering blade of grass would be viewed simply as a tree. Engineers working in nanotechnology face these physical hurdles every day. They must design systems that function under the constant pull of surface tension and molecular stickiness. Labs at institutions like MIT and Stanford are actively researching ways to overcome fluid resistance and erratic material behavior at the microscopic level. Creating surgical robots small enough to enter the human body requires defeating the same physics that would make life brutal for a 1-inch human. While we struggle to master these forces in a lab, insects navigate them effortlessly. They have spent millions of years evolving to exploit the very rules of scale that we take for granted. Our size is not a universal constant. It is a specifically calibrated biological state. Change that scale, and you change every fundamental rule of existence.